All right, there we go. Woo! Welcome to the Steve Squared Show. I'm your host, Funny Man Stevie K. Oh, excuse me, I still have my glasses on. Pardon me. I was just Outside. There we. Wow. That's. Oh my gosh. That's so much better. There you are. I'm so sorry. Welcome to the Steve Square Show. I was using my polarizing X-ray vision glasses, looking out for drones. I was drone looking, drone watching, drone searching. I'm droning on and on. I want to be prepared for these things when they land on my house. I think I've cracked the drone case, the drone enigma, the puzzle, if you will. Everybody's up in arms. Now these are glasses, if you do remember, back when they had the eclipse, and I wore these, and so I'm partially blinded right now because you should never look straight into the sun with glasses for $1.99 at 7-Eleven. That was my first mistake. But my vision's starting to come back, so what I thought I would do is recycle these blinding glasses and look outside for drones. And this is keeping me up at night, as I'm sure it is you, right? Any paranoid person or somebody with a lot of letters after their name, and I don't mean a doctor or a lawyer, I mean somebody like that has issues that they deal with, and is a succession of letters that follow. So you know which doctor to call to get the right medication to keep you at bay. So I think I've cracked the case. I've been really working on this drone thing for you people. I wanted to give you an answer. I knew you'd be locked in for my point of view on the drone issue. It's Christmas time. It's obviously Santa Claus and his sleigh, and he's out scouting. He's doing reconnaissance work. So, and if you do know the North Pole and Santa like I do, it's not, he's magical. So you're like, there's a drone, there's a drone, there's a drone, everywhere's a drone. But it's the same drone because he can appear in the sky at different places. So what I did was, after I came to this revelation, I called the Department of Homeland Security and the FBI. It's very hard to get through. But it's actually, I was able to get somebody quicker than when I call Optimum to argue my cable bill. Or to get cable, actually, when it goes out. Any strong wind, as you should know, as a fellow Long Islander. Now, I say Long Islanders, but everybody, don't forget, there's a lot of people that watch the Steve Squared Show up and down the Eastern Seaboard. We have people I've had watchers in Tennessee, all over the place. So I know I sometimes gravitate towards my Long Island listeners as I am from there too, but I want to welcome everybody from the show. So anyway, I don't want you to be scared. There's nothing to see here. It's nothing. When you go out at night and you look up at the stars, and what you see are thousands of glowing lights that are getting larger and larger, and all of a sudden you see eyes peeking out, and it's fine. Go back in your house. Put on TV. Watch Christmas Vacation. Watch something else. That's what I do. I avoid all confrontational situations the best I can. I'm not into it. I just don't want to deal with it. It's not for me. Anyway, how is everybody? Another rainy... I'm going to kill... And I shouldn't say this. I'm very upset with the Carpenters for writing that rainy days and Mondays always get me down. Because it's always raining on a Monday. And it always gets me down. I mean, they've had a beautiful, library of music, the Carpenters, but that one always sticks with me on that Monday when you wake up and you feel the dreariness of rain. But look at the bright side, glass half full. This could be snow. Instead, it's warm, and it's not that warm, but it's not that cold. So we seem to be escaping so far, knock on wood. You know how I am. I don't like that 4-letter word. Anyway, how's everybody doing? I'm sure you're out hustling and bustling. I'm glad you decided to take a break from all... There's so much noise, right? You're getting ready for Christmas. the holidays, whatever you're getting, whatever you celebrate, you can always come here, and we celebrate everything here. And you're taking a break. You take a break, you watch the Steve Square Show, then you go back out into the world. You look outside for drones, aliens, ET, do whatever you want. Just, go Christmas shopping, do anything you can do. But I'm sure this was a big weekend for people. There's only, I think, one more weekend left. It's coming to the home stretch. I have not done very minimal. Very minimal. But I'll tell you this. I'm done with those days of the big stores. Well, there's no more mall, really. At least here there isn't. The Sunrise Mall in Massapequa is gone by the wayside. It's not the way it used to be. But I think I prefer the freestanding individual store so much better. It's so much better, isn't it? I don't like the mall shopping. It's not for me. It's too many people. It's too chaotic, too suffocating. I think you go to TJ Maxx, you go to CVS. If you're really desperate, you go to Walgreens or something on the way to the people's house. I'm telling you could find a lot of good stuff. Let's say you can't find it. You go to CVS. They have gift cards on the rack for anything. You could get them. Restaurants I'd never even heard of. Movie gift card. Those are all just fun things like that. Do something like that. We're going to talk about it a little bit later in the show, some gift ideas. But I'm telling you, this thing is on everybody's... Look at this. This is on everybody's mind. This is not just... You think this is just me joking around. I don't joke. This is serious. Front page. Drone sighting on Long Island. This is no joke. And here, let's see what they... Here we go. There it is. This has gone too far. And you can see the little drone there taken by Bill Walker. He took this drone, which was near Jones Beach. Governor Hochul, I love Hochul, calls for federal aid amid drone sightings. She wants a federal bill. What does she need? What do we do? I don't know what she really wants and how they can help us. But I think the interesting part is the way with which it's the confusion, right? Like there's not a definitive answer. We like answers. And it's very confusing. We don't want to know what these little beaming lights are in the sky. My guess is it's either Santa and his sleigh with his 8 tiny reindeer. Can you name all of them? I bet you can't. By the end of the show, I'm going to see if you can name all the reindeer. Or it could be, this could be something that they don't want to tell us. I'm open to all things. I don't want to get anybody scared here, but, if you're going to visit from another planet, why not do it during the holiday season, right? Create a diversion. Everybody's busy. If you're going to pound down on a planet, you do it during the holiday season. They know. You think aliens don't know that it's December and we're a week till Christmas? Of course they do. They're very smart. Very, very worried about this. Anyway, you have your... I wanted to tell you this before I go any further. So, you got your tree, and even if you don't put up a tree, even if you put something else up, a bush, a thing, whatever you do, I want you to understand there's a special ornament that goes on your tree, and I've done this year after year. It's a tradition. And here it is. I'll pull it out. The Christmas pickle. And if you're anybody around my circle, you know I have introduced many people to the Christmas pickle. So really, it's an old German tradition. It goes back to the old country, okay? And it says I'll read it to you. In old world Germany, The last decoration placed on the Christmas tree, this is the last one, was always the pickle, which back then they didn't have. They put an actual real pickle, and then when they didn't, then the tree smelled. So, and later on, obviously, we progressed as a people and started using ceramic or ornamentary plastic, not an actual pickle. Then the tree smells like pickle, and you get that cross evergreen pickle smell. It doesn't work. But it was carefully placed deep in the boughs of the Christmas tree, right into the real branches. You want to kind of camouflage it because it's a green pickle, and hopefully your tree is green. Now it says here, legend has it that the observant child who found it on Christmas Day, so the child who finds the pickle on Christmas Day, gets a year of good fortune and a special Christmas gift. He doesn't have to chop wood that winter. But that's the Christmas pickle. I have it here. I'm going to put it on the tree and get it all set. So you still have time. Now, you can get a pickle anywhere. You still have time. Order it on Amazon. You could get it at. They have it. It's such a known thing now. You'll have it at any. You know who has it? The bookstore, Barnes and Noble. They usually carry. That's actually where I got that pickle several years ago. I wonder if there's a date on it. $8.95 it cost me. Still got the price tag on it. $8.95. So I'm trying to see. Yeah, it doesn't say where I bought it. I believe I did buy this in Barnes & Noble. I know I did. Anyway, that's the pickle story. Hey, Webster, the great Webster's Dictionary, has come out with the word of the year. Even with a couple of weeks left of 2024, the word, are you ready for the word of the year? I wish we had like a drum roll or something. I'll give you a drum. I don't have, my bongo's behind me, but it's not necessary. The word of the year is, hold on a minute, let's get you in frame. The word of the year is brought to you by Governor's Comedy Club Podcast. We have many shows, all of which are funny, some are interesting, but at the end of the day, the Steve Squared Show is the show because we're funny and interesting, so that's where you want to go. The word of the year of 2024 is polarization. That's right, polarization. Something's polarized. Polarization is Webster's word of the year. And it says here, let's give you a direct definition. Oh boy, polarization means division. But it's very specific kind of division, says Peter Sokolowski. Oh boy. Means that we are tending toward the extremes rather than towards the center. We're going the opposite way of our fellow people. It talks about, just everything is very polarized, meaning divisive, diversive, separating, something like that. So that, I don't know, I guess I've heard it endlessly, but at Viral they probably used, that was running about 3 or 4 years in a row. Everybody said, this is viral. Trending, those words have been come and gone. Polarization, okay, I guess that could be the word of the year. I'm thinking drones is making a real late push. I would have waited, because 2 more weeks and drone is just going to overtake polarization. And I think I like the word drone. It really describes a lot. When you're droning, you're just on and on. Polarization, I'm not loving it. I'm voting for drone if there is another vote, which I don't think there is. I think this has already been done. So, anyway. Congratulations, polarization. You are the word of the year. But the real word of the year is Celsius, another proud non-sponsor of the Steve Squared Show. So you get your last minute gifts. We got some really good announcements today. There's a couple of there's one of my favorite shows, oh my gosh, 15 years ago. And it's coming, it was a show then, I still watch it, and they're rebooting it to the same cast to how they are now, and I'm not going to divulge that. That's called a tease. After the commercial break, which the show doesn't have any commercials. we're going to. I'm gonna reveal. I'm gonna unveil. But in the meantime, what else we got? This kind of bothered me a little bit. So, the New York Knicks are doing very well, basketball-wise, right? Baseball's in our rearview mirror for now. The two, right now there's football and basketball and hockey. And other than the Knicks, the Jets and the Giants, first of all, how dare they call themselves the New York Jets and New York Giants? They play in New Jersey. This bothers me to no end. I have no interest. I'm not a football fan, but little interest to two teams that play in New Jersey and have the audacity to call themselves New York. That's right off the bat. Fine. Whatever. Obviously, there's an enormous money contract deal going through. It's always, at the end of the day, that's what it's about. Backdoor money. So, but the Jets and Giants, and I've talked about this before, over the last, I think it's at least a decade, if not more, are two of the top three worst teams in football for over a 10-year span. They are literally atrocious. They win 2 or 3 games a year. The two teams together don't have 10 wins if you add them together. They're absolutely an abomination. Okay. And the hockey's not doing much better. Rangers and Islanders. They're also floundering. The Knicks are doing great. Really good. They're in third place in the Eastern Conference. Not just in the conference. They're in third place, and they're just getting going. So they're rolling. They won last night. Okay? So the Jets have a win in the afternoon against another garbage team. It's a win that means nothing. They're not in any playoffs. There's nothing. They're just playing out the schedule. So, Newsday. And, geez, I know I use Newsday a lot. I get them for my stories. I have a relationship with people that work there. I know people that cover the Yankees. Things like that. But many times they get under my skin. And I call it out. You see, I keep it real in the sense that even though I have a relationship with certain people there, I'm not afraid to call them out when things are ridiculous. So the Knicks won a big game yesterday against the team that was ahead of them, so they flip-flopped. The Knicks overtook them. Big win on the road. The team they played was undefeated at home, the Orlando Magic. The Knicks went there and gave them their first loss. Jalen Brunson, awesome. Hart, great. Knicks are rolling. And the Jets won a meaningless game. Meaningless. And of course, on the back, this is what they put. They have the Jets A-team. And then you could see in the little fine print in the corner it says Knicks. In win over Magic. And then, okay, so the back page is the Jets. Okay. Then I open it up. More Jets. More Jets, okay. Well, maybe it's the next page they'll talk about the Knicks. It's got to be, right? That's already enough. No? More Jets. These are the 3 takeaways about the win. Like anybody could care less. Then they write about the Giants losing, getting bombed. Again, 2 more pages about the Giants. The Islanders losing. The Rangers losing. And here, finally, deep buried is the Knicks. Finally, the Knicks. Now, this is what happens, what they do. The Jets are kind of associated with Long Island, so Newsday is an obvious Long Island paper. The Islander, they have their tendencies. But it's wrong. And I call them out on it. Their coverage is so slighted and so wrong as far as sports and many other things, but let's stick with what I'm talking about. So I have a gripe about that. I feel like that was completely wrong. The Knicks should be on the back page cover. This team, the Jets, are in last place. It's terrible. It's just, come on. What are you doing? So, what have you been watching? Do you have a favorite movie during these Christmas holidays? Because they're showing Elf over and over again. My mom's a big Elf fan. Christmas Vacation, I always love Chevy Chase. So there's a lot of Santa Claus and Santa Claus 2 with Tim Allen. They've been showing Christmas with the Cranks with Tim Allen and Jamie Lee Curtis. Terrible movie. Just all the Christmas holiday movies. Okay. So I've seen Christmas Vacation, little bits of it. It's been on a lot, and I love the Vacation franchise because I love Chevy Chase and Beverly D'Angelo, and I find them to be a great TV movie couple that's very funny, and they seem to have great chemistry together. So I'm asking you, and I'll ask Steve the next time I see him. Steve might call in. You never know. I should put a call into Steve and ask him a question. We'll see what he says. I'm actually going to do that real quick. Watch this. Let's see if Steve's on the mark here, because he's a good go-to guy. And my question is, let's see what we got here. Give Steve a quick one. So my question is, what is your favorite couple as far as movies, TV? Like I said, I think I'm really liking Chevy Chase and Beverly D'Angelo. Now, here's a hint. One of the couples in the running is the reveal that I'm going to do at 7 o'clock. It's 6:52 now. I feel like I just decided I'm going to reveal the big announcement at 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock. So this gives you time if you want to, have a quick bathroom break. Maybe you want to reheat your pot pie. It's got a little cold because you were outside trying to eat your pot pie while watching for a drone attack. Don't worry about it. Hey, that's a great Christmas gift. I just gave you an idea. Maybe get the kids a drone. And what you do is you get the kids a drone and throw them up in the sky and you attack the other drones. Start a real intergalactic war. It's a drone Christmas. It's starting to look like a drone Christmas. All right. So don't forget to remind me, 7 o'clock. All right. Anyway, we got some other big news. Seems that... Hold on a second. There we go. So let's see. I don't know if this is... Well, this weekend, we'll wait on this story. This weekend, this is the big weekend where they have SantaCon, where everybody, this I still don't understand. They have, Comic-Con, where they have the big, I think it's just sometimes by Chelsea Pier, they have it over down there. They have Comic-Con, where it's a big everything, all the people that love comics, Marvel, DC, all the crazy comic book collector, everybody, they pound down on this one area of New York City one time a year, and they have all the Star Wars and everything, Wonder Womans and Batmans and everybody, and they're all dressed up, and it's a real festivus of lights, if you will, and those are the real diehards that really go there, and they want autographs, and they want to have their picture taken with R2-D2 and Spider-Man. It's a real thing. So they came up with this nonsense of SantaCon, where all these people run to the city and dress up like Santa. The thing is, the SantaCon thing is done bar hopping type of thing. It's almost like one of those things. So it becomes a very, that's not the thing at Comic-Con, because that's what a lot of kids, it's more a really lighter atmosphere. It's like if you went to Disney World. This is seedy. This is a bunch of drunk 20-somethings, younger and older, putting on Santa suits and just getting absolutely drone-faced. They're getting blitzed. They're getting blitzened. Which is one of the reindeer, by the way. So, but it says here, Long Island Railroad is way ahead of this. They are banning alcohol during SantaCon. When is SantaCon? This weekend. It seems that the Long Island Railroad, I'm just looking here to make sure, I want to give you the right information. Our top priority is ensuring the Metro and Long Island Railroads can celebrate safely The ban is for 32 hours from Saturday through Sunday at noon. It's a bit of a prohibition, if you will. You remember the prohibition? Do I have any people watching that were alive during prohibition? Probably not. I don't really go to that audience. That's an older audience. Most of them are in their hundreds. So you cannot bring alcohol on the train if you want to be, you can't even hide it in your beer. That was another movie I was watching, and that's kind of it's one of those questionable Christmas movies, Trading Places. It's set at Christmas time, but it's not really the focus of the movie. It's not a good feel Christmas movie, and the same with Die Hard. It's set and used as a backdrop, but it's got nothing to do with anything other than it just being Christmas time. It's not the centerpiece of, oh, let's all have a Christmas. That's no. So anyway, Comic-Con, boy, yeah, it's going to be quite the thing. It's just a bunch of people dressed as Santa. And speaking of Santa Claus, this blew my mind. This is unbelievable. And I love the little tagline. If you could see that there, it says, "It's a jolly good gig." So apparently, forget about college, forget about anything. You need to, during at least this time of year, get a gig as playing Santa Claus. This is unbelievable. It says, expect to work a lot of hours. Santa Clauses earn an average of how much? Of $60 an hour, can be more depending on the area you're in. This is fantastic. It's a very high paying position. They're in deep demand. That's really funny. They actually have an organization known as IBRBS, formerly known as the International Brotherhood of Real Bearded Santas. Interesting. So it says here, this is interesting. Let's look at this. Let's dig down a little bit. Over the years, it's a really good gig, but it's apparently it pays well. A lot of people do it as a supplement to their income. Very good. You work. It says here you can expect to work really like 9-hour days. They put you in there. I mean, this is not. This is really tough, and you have to be good. They even have training for this. Private events, malls. I mean, there's need Santas everywhere. There's a need for Santas. So I'm just trying to see here what they got going on for Santas. To play Old Saint Nick, and you can do it for Toys for Tots. They have a lot of it. It's really good. So you can contact the IBRBS.org. Let me do that again for you. IBRBS.org. If you are thinking about, it'll give you all the information where to buy the authentic suit, because you don't want to cheap out and go to Party City. And it says here, this could be very expensive. An 11-piece men's Santa suit made by Potole and available through Amazon runs between $70, which is not bad, and $100 depending on the size. Custom-made suits can run up to who would get a custom-made Santa suit, for God's sake, unless you're the big man himself. But you figure it would be $70 to $90 on Amazon. Get yourself a good suit. Go on that website I just told you. This is a $60 an hour gig. This is fantastic. And not only that, but you're now bringing joy. You're now looked upon. It's a real, it's a nice feel. It's a good feel position, right? You're not doing something seedy for $60 an hour. I could give you some other jobs that pay $60 an hour. It's not going to give you the same good feel as Santa Claus. So there's the great scene in The Elf where Faze Love, who's the mall manager, he makes the announcement, Santa's coming, 10 a.m. And Will Ferrell playing the elf is all excited, and then he sees the Santa, and he goes, "That's not the real Santa," because he's like, locked into who Santa is. And the guy's like, shut up, yeah, I'm the real Santa. And then he starts wrestling on the floor. Very funny scene. But that's, they have these Santa Clauses, and they make some good money. So it's a jolly good gig, it says. So definitely look into that if you want to play Santa Claus. Wonderful. Some gift ideas. Now I don't know if these are good gift ideas, but they were trying to give people gift ideas, and they're talking about give people experiences as opposed to actual gifts, meaning like dance lessons. Give them dance lessons. Here's 6 dance lessons, which would be rather pricey. Yeah, or maybe you can. They have, painting night, those paint and wine yuppie things. Glass blowing lessons. You could do glass blowing. That's dangerous. That sounds dangerous. At the Long Island Glass in Holtzville. Oh, boy. The classes are $165 per person. So that's what I'm saying. Are you really going to get somebody, that's one class. 5 classes is going to cost you $1,000. Nobody's giving somebody a gift. Just go to TJ Maxx. They're making things too much. What else do they have? They have museum scenes, create a candle. No. Listen to me. Again, I have to bypass on Newsday's recommendation. Don't give people an experience. They don't need an experience. Okay? People have there's plenty. Your life is an experience. And by the way, most of the time, not a good one. Just give somebody a gift. They just want to open something, a gift card, something like that. Get them whatever. But the experience thing, sometimes it works. You never know. But, that's a lot. It's an expense. Sometimes you got to see. You got to know your people. I'm pretty good. I kind of know. I kind of lock in. I like to really think about it and get somebody, I like to know the person. And try to really dial in. That's what I do. Now, I'm in the service industry, as you know. I'm a personal trainer. It's big time. Clients. So I tell all my clients who are watching the show right now, do not even think of canceling this week or next. I know your little trick. You cancel until after the holidays. Don't do it. I'm telling you right now. I want my bonus. I know you people are watching this show. I expect to be bonused. Look at this guy. Steve, this E is wonderful. Right on the money. And welcome to the Steve Squared Show. You're our first caller.
Hi.
There.
Is this Francesca?
Oh, we're not talking sports. We're talking drones. We're droning on today. We're all about drones. Now, Steve, you're usually locked in. By the way, everybody, the Emster's on the line. Are you driving or are you parked? Or are you safe, in a safe spot?
I'm safe.
Okay, good. Are you outdoors or indoors?
I'm buried indoors.
Okay. Because I was going to say, sometimes you call from outdoors, and I was going to say, look up at the sky and tell me what you see. Now, have you witnessed any of these drone sightings in your comings and goings?
I have not seen any. I've not seen any, dude.
I feel like this is some kind of gaffe, some kind of joke, because I haven't seen any drones. And I look. I'm always looking at the sky.
Are you really?
Oh, sure.
You kind of squint at the sky. You really don't.
That is true. You know what I did? I put my total eclipse glasses on, and I thought that would help me. But I looked at the moon by accident, and now I can't see anything. So, well, how you doing, Steve-O? Are you ready for the holidays?
I am not ready for the I am not ready for the holidays, dude. I want them to be over with.
You know what? I agree.
You know what?
I
It might
agree.
be, you know what, Steve?
Yeah.
It might be Santa's big scene, but it ain't mine.
That a baby. That's why we get along, because I feel the same way. Actually, and this is we're going Grinch this year. This is the year of the Grinch. I'm feeling Grinchy. Steve's always Grinchy.
When you're not always, come on.
And I am. And I'll tell you, the stores have gone Grinchy. If you go into, I don't know if you, I mean, I've only been in like TJ Maxx or CVS, but Grinch is everywhere. Oh, in the paper store, Grinch everywhere. People loving the Grinch. It really shows the temperature of the people and where their mindset's at. There's not a lot of kumbaya feel right now. People are angry, Steve. There's a lot of anger out there.
Yes, absolutely.
So I'm glad you called. Thank you. First of all, thank you. I wanted to ask you. Now no big deal. I'm going to do the big reveal now. I had a big reveal. I waited for you. But I was talking about watching some holiday movies and who I guess one of my favorite TV/movie funny couples are, and I like Chevy Chase with Beverly D'Angelo.
Oh, sure.
They're very good together. Do you have a favorite or a couple that whether a TV show or a movie or movies that they've appeared? Obviously, they have to appear more than once together.
Couple?
Like a couple, like the way Chevy Chase and Beverly D'Angelo are in vacation movies.
I'd say Charlie Brown and Lucy.
But they're not together. They're not. They're at odds. She is trying.
I don't know.
Yeah, you can't tell.
I think that's a tough one, Steve.
It is a tough one.
But I don't know. Yeah.
But even in all the sitcoms, do you have a favorite? I mean, in all the sitcoms you've watched.
Oh! I thought you were talking about holidays.
No, it could be. It could be just a funny couple that you've grown, that they've had great chemistry together, and like whether a TV show or a movie. I said, the vacation movies was not all Christmas.
Right. I would have to say, how about Sybil Shepherd and Bruce Willis in Moonlighting?
That's very good. That's a great couple. Very funny, good chemistry.
Yes, absolutely.
That's a great couple. I mean,
and they hated each other.
And they hated each other. And they hated each other through the whole thing. Now, that's a good couple. I guess you could also say Ted Danson and Shelley Long.
Yes.
They did a nice job together.
Right.
But I have a couple, and let me get to it. I gotta get. Here it is. It's a show I really liked, and it's coming out. It's going to be on Disney right now. It's a 4-episode run. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Malcolm in the Middle is back.
Yes, I saw that.
And the great Frankie Muniz. I never say his name right. Bryan Cranston, you love him in Breaking Bad, but you love him better as the affable father. And Jane Kaczmarek. So those three will be the same. I'm not sure who else.
Now, here I have a trivia question for you.
Let's go.
Who was Jane Kaczmarek married to?
Oh, I would have no idea.
They're not married now, I'll tell you that.
Okay.
They were during Malcolm in the Middle, they were married, though.
Oh.
And her husband was in a very popular show. In fact, it was I would have to say it is probably one of your top 5 favorite shows that you watched consistently and repeatedly.
Wow.
In reruns.
During, is it a show from the 90s, 2000s, 80s, 90s, 2000s?
90s to the 2000s.
Okay. A show that I like, 90s to the 2000s, married to her.
It wasn't a sitcom, I'll tell you that.
It wasn't Oh boy, it wasn't.
It was an hour-long series. I don't think there's a lot of hour-long series that you really watch. So.
Can I ask you? Was it West Wing?
Yes, it was.
West Wing. Okay, I'm narrowing it down because that was really the only non-comedy sitcom I watched.
I know. That's what I figured.
West Wing. Boy. Well, let's see. It wasn't. I'm gonna rule out on who's on West Wing. It wasn't Rob Lowe.
No.
Or it wasn't Martin Sheen.
It was not.
It wasn't it wasn't Allison Janney. It wasn't Allison.
No, it wasn't AJ.
Okay. Boy, was.
You're getting close.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, you're right. It's right down the hall from AJ.
Yeah. Was it the chief of staff or was it the guy with the curly hair? I can't think of his names. I can't think of their names. You're gonna have to give it to me. I won't get it.
Bradley Whitford.
That's the guy with the curly hair. Yeah, Bradley Whitford. Okay, I was thinking of he was in Old School when they were doing the debate. Bradley Whitford.
Right.
Yeah, he's always the jerk. He was in the Al Pacino movie when he was blonde. Yeah. So, oh wow, I didn't know they were married, and I'm guessing divorced.
Now they're divorced. Yes.
And so Malcolm in the Middle is they don't have a release date or an air date yet, but
it's gonna be in the next few months. It's gonna be on Disney Plus. They're only doing 4 episodes.
Which is okay.
Which is good. Which is fine.
Yeah.
I think Bryan Cranston's got a lot more things to do than.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
Bring back Malcolm in the Middle. If they can do 4 great episodes, I would be very happy.
Yeah, that should be really good. That's should be coming up. Something to look forward to. That was one of my favorite shows. They were all great. It's funny because I just watched, and again, I've watched. It's always on, but it's Christmas with the Cranks, and the little kid in the movie is Frankie Muniz's brother, the little one. He plays the youngest one,
right.
And he's great.
Right.
He's so funny in that. That was all of them was so good in it. It was such a great sitcom, and then he goes to Breaking Bad, which is it's so 2 different ends of the spectrum. Is like pretty interesting, but they're gonna see where they are now in their lives, and it's funny. He's coming back. Frankie making a little appearance, and Macaulay Culkin's now dipping his toe back in the public eye. He's in those commercials with Kevin Hart when she goes, "Kevin, where are you?" So now it's 3 Kevins are in that commercial, and I think he's got also something that he's. I guess he was getting jealous of his brother winning Emmys or Oscars or whatever.
Oh, sure.
What's his brother's name? He's good.
Kieran Culkin.
Kieran Culkin. He's very good.
And Succession is very good. He was fantastic.
Yeah, he's really good.
And he's hosted SNL twice. He's done a good job both times.
Yeah, no, he's fantastic. I really like him. He was in Signs, right, as a little boy?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah,
yes.
He was very good in that. I mean, that was him, obviously young, but very good. So, Steve, they give me a retro paper, and I'm going to show the cover. I don't know if you're watching, but I'm showing the cover on the screen right now. I get a paper. The Newsday gives a retro paper.
Of course.
I don't know if you could see the retro paper. It's a mouse on the front of the cover. And it says, "The Mouse That Roared." And I'm looking at the paper, and I'm like, what is this? And then I see it's from 2002. And I don't know why they're doing a retro paper from 2002. Usually they do, like, Pearl Harbor Day, or
2000. That was more than 20 years ago, Steve.
Yeah, but what's significant happened in 2002 that really you're like, oh, that's a paper I want to save. 2002, like I don't know. So I did a little digging, and I'm going to ask Steve a couple of questions. Let's see how Steve's 2002 memory is. So
let's see. I'm trying to think, did I know you in 2002? That would be interesting.
That might have been just a little before.
I might have, oh no, I probably did.
Did you? Did you join then?
I joined...
Get the contract out.
I don't know. I know what I did. No, I joined like maybe a year before that, but I started training with our friend Joe around 2002. When is that in 2002?
The paper?
Yes.
It's December 5th.
Okay, so I just started working out again. I just started my...
Wow.
Yes.
So, all right. So let's see what your 2002 mind was like back then. Let's see if Steve can remember back. We're going to go in the way back machine, 2002. Let's see if everybody remembers where they were. Maybe some of my watchers weren't even born yet, like myself. So, what was the big movie of the year?
2002.
2002.
I don't know.
Well, it's tricky. It's well, what? Let's start with this. What won Best Picture? And let's go like that. Best Picture.
I have no idea.
A Ron Howard movie.
2002. Oh, would that be not Cinderella Man? Was it?
No.
No, that was a little few years ago.
I'll give you one more hint if you need it. Tell me if you need it.
Yeah,
I'll give you the actor who played in it. It'll give it away, but
okay.
I should have played this part.
Oh.
I should have. This is me.
Oh, this would be Anchorman, right?
No.
No, okay. Because you're a great Anchorman.
Thank you.
All of Hollywood equates you with an Anchorman.
That is true, but this was A Beautiful Mind.
Oh, the great John Nash.
A Beautiful Mind.
And yes,
that could have been me.
It could have been, maybe.
I was up for the sequel, A Strange Mind. An eclectic mind. All right. So, what was the album? The album. Who was the big album? The album of the year. That's going to be hard. Some of this is hard because it's just not a. But you're a music guy. 2002. Any ideas? Or the band? Maybe the group. Who was the big group then?
Jonathan Roberts.
Jonathan Roberts.
No, he's a DJ. Remember those?
Oh yes. You'll never get it.
I don't know.
Take a guess. It's a band. Who had the album of the year?
It was a band. Outcast?
No, U2.
Oh God, that's what was the album? It was did they say what the album was?
Yes, Walk On.
Oh, that's the song. That was the song of the year.
Oh well, no, that wasn't the song of the year. The song of the year was Alicia Keys.
Walk On was the name of their album, though.
I think it. Well, check it. But Alicia Keys was Song of the Year with Fallen, and it says Album of the Year was Walk On U2. So you might have to check up on that. Now, for movies, they did say A Beautiful Mind, but Lord of the Rings was the biggest box office of that year, and Spider-Man was also that year. So, but they didn't. A Beautiful Mind won the Oscar. And My Big Fat Greek Wedding was that year as well.
Great movie.
Great movie. So it was a good year for movies, not unlike this year, which is garbage. Unless you're a Craven fan, right? That one got nice Rotten Tomato reviews.
Good feeling all around.
That's a good feel movie.
Last week, excuse me. Last week,
yes,
premiered on Prime was Red One.
Red One on Prime. What's that?
Red One was the movie that premiered on Amazon Prime, but it was in the movies. But I didn't go see it.
Oh, okay.
Red One. It was the Santa Claus movie with The Rock and Chris Evans.
Okay.
And J.K. Simmons. And it was basically just an action comedy.
Right.
Thing on, and it's just I couldn't sit through it.
I was going to ask. I was just going to say, would you recommend that to watch? I guess
unwatchable.
Okay, we got an unwatchable. That's an unwatchable from Steve. Now, did you see the Jamie Foxx stand-up or whatever?
I saw clips of it. My mom saw it. She thought it was weird, but yeah.
So he ended up having a stroke, is what happened to Jamie Foxx.
Yes.
He had a stroke, and it came on really quick. And 20 days he was, I guess, out, and came back. So, yeah, I didn't watch. I don't know, something, it just didn't interest me to watch it. I saw some clips, and I was like, this doesn't look great, that I want to see. I shouldn't say it doesn't look great. It was just not for me.
Oh, sure.
But what are you gonna do? But hold on a second. So, this is. I wanted to let you know this, but before I do let you know this, there was something I had to tell you, and let's see if I can find it. Oh yeah, they did the Jamie Foxx thing. Do you know they gave Jude Law a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame?
Why not?
They're just giving him out now. Now I feel like they're just giving him out. I mean,
Hey, Jude.
I don't know. Whatever. It's just, Jude Law?
Do you know how many stars there are on the Hollywood Walk of Fame? There are a lot of them. There are a lot of people who would have no idea who they are.
I'm sure, and I think it should be like the Hall of Fame for sports and baseball. You stop watering it down. Let's go. Tighten it up. Get every actor known to man. I mean, and it's funny, Ralph Macchio just got his.
Yep.
I couldn't believe it. I thought he had been in. Now, I mean, he's obviously iconic with the Karate Kid franchise, and that warrants it. Mm-hmm. But Jude Law. What was Jude Law in? I can't even name one movie he was in.
The Talented Mr. Ripley.
I never saw it.
He was in a few other films too.
Well, I would hope so, since he got a star. That wasn't it.
Wow, I can't believe, you call you need to keep up with the business.
I am up with I'm up with things that are worth my time. Oh, that's what I'm up with. I went on a rant. I'll just tell you this quickly. The Knicks win a big game last night. They put the Jets on the back page. Who cares if the Jets won a game? They're god awful. What is the difference?
Well, that's the story. They haven't won since Halloween, and they haven't won in the state of Florida since 2014.
Okay, so they suck. That's the story. What do you show? It's by law of averages. They'd have to win a game eventually.
I'll be honest with you. You're probably right. I wouldn't. If I was the editor of the news, I would not have put the Jets on the back page.
And they didn't
definitely not.
And they didn't put them on the back page as like the way like the way you're saying it. Like oh my God, they won a game. They were putting it as if it was like a playoff game. They literally were like, this was amazing. What a game! They did it. Like who cares?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, whatever.
I just think we need more Soto.
Oh, I'm telling you, there's some rumbling. We got some other stuff going on in the Bronx. There's a couple of deals getting ready to close, which you'll be.
Hey, what are you talking about?
There's 2 deals that are brewing right now. I'm not going to reveal them until it's done. I don't do that. But my sources, and I have a source. I do. I do have a source. I finally could say that for the first time in my life. I have a source.
Cody Bellinger.
Well, that's one, but I won't reveal. And the other one, there's another one going on too, but we'll keep them under wraps. But we should have him on the show. Would be a great, not Cody Bellinger, but we should have Eric, because this would be a great time to have him on and really pin him down to some answers. He's in the know. Maybe we could get Scott Boras on the show.
Why not?
Well, right? We'll have a Zoom. We'll Zoom in everybody from the winter meetings. Well, those are over. But I digress. There's a book that just came out, which I'm very excited about. I'm going to read it, Steve. It's called Toto, or Toto, and it's not the wonderful band, the yacht rock band that with the iconic song Africa. Or Hold the Line, which is a great song.
Oh, yes, it is.
I love when I'm in the dentist chair and I'm getting a cleaning and Hold the Line comes on. Or Rosanna. Rosanna.
Do you know who Rosanna is that they're singing about?
I do not.
Take a guess.
Rosanna. How many Rosannas do I know? Boy, I don't know. I can't even guess. I don't know. Oh, no, I don't know. Oh, I have no idea.
Rosanna Arquette.
Rosanna Arquette, really?
Yes, it is.
Wow, I did not even think of that. Very good.
Mm-hmm.
So, the book is from the point of view of the whole Wizard of Oz story, the point of view from Toto. It's very funny.
I'm looking at her now. Yeah, I see the cover now.
Yeah, it's very humorous and funny, and it's
Good dogs stay in Kansas.
That's it.
Bad dogs go to
Right, and he doesn't want to go back to Kansas. It's very cute. It's very funny, and I like it. It's fresh because it's like everybody's there. It's kind of playing on this silliness of let's get it from the good witch and the bad witch's point of view, and Dorothy's. Now it's from Toto, who was the real star. Let's be honest. Toto was the real star of the movie.
Oh yeah.
Steals the show.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, keep your scarecrow.
You want to cry when that nasty old lady put the dog in their basket, you know?
Now, let's see how good Steve is. I know Steve will get this joke. Many people won't, but my favorite character of The Wizard of Oz is, of course, the Weatherman. The Weather Vane. Don Sheldon, New York actor. Do you think I could get me an apartment? Because I have a couple of friends. Well, I don't know if you come with us. Where you go? Oh, you're going to sing again? Yeah, I love it. So funny. That was actually a good skit.
Yes.
That was a funny skit. I had just showed that to my mom. She thought it was very funny. It says, through the snarky eyes of Toto. Let me show people what the book looks like. Toto, green cover.
Was Toto snarky?
Well, it says through the snarky eyes. I don't know. Oh, this is a good finish. A couple of big anniversaries we have to wish. We have to call out. So listen to this, Steve. It's the 50th anniversary of the Jeffersons.
Really?
There's a couple of 50s. It's the 50th anniversary of, and this is going to be for 2025. For 2025. The 50th anniversary of Jaws. My favorite movie.
Oh my God, yes.
The birth of the summer blockbuster.
Beginning of the end of movies.
Oh, that's it. As we know it. It was the 50th anniversary of Born to Run, launched by Bruce Springsteen.
Right?
Wow. And there's a couple of 40 anniversaries. These are pretty significant. It'll be the 40th anniversary. It's been 40 years next year, 2025, a couple of months, of The Breakfast Club.
That's crazy.
And it's also Back to the Future will be 40 years old.
Wow.
And the Golden Girls. Wow.
And they're all dead.
Yeah, all of them. No more Golden Girls. Let's see what else. And 5 more to remember. Like a Virgin from Madonna came out.
Not 40 years. That's been more than 20 years ago, doesn't it?
40. It's got.
I guess so. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
right.
And here's one. And this is funny. This is how me and Steve tie everything together. Steve, who did you say was your favorite TV couple, or one of your who you gave good kudos to?
Bruce Willis and Sybil Shepherd.
And Moonlighting is celebrating their 40th.
No, wait, no, not
1980. No, this must be this.
1984. It was a couple of years long. 85, maybe 86.
Well, it says. Wait a minute. Hold on. It says 5 more to remember. Live Aid, We Are the World, Madonna's Like a Virgin, The Color Purple film, and then it says Moonlighting. Was Moonlighting a film at that time? Was there a movie called Moonlighting? Because it says Moonlighting.
I don't know.
No, this is 1985. They're talking 1985. Was Moonlighting was
okay, well,
could be.
Yes, that was.
Yeah, that could be.
That was.
Yeah, that could be. So, pretty interesting. So, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of 30 anniversaries too. Clueless, which is one of my favorite movies. Toy Story.
March 3rd, 1985, it premiered.
Yeah, there you go. 50. It'll be 50 in March. Wow.
20.
Wow. So there's a lot of things. It's been a long time. Boy, it'll be 30 years this year for Toy Story.
Wow.
It's going to be 30 years. There's a lot of good. Oh, wow. And this will be the 10th anniversary, only 10 years, since the final David Letterman show.
1993.
Well,
I mean the
2015.
Wow.
Yeah, 2015. May 20th, David Letterman's final late show.
And now David Letterman
Yes.
is got a. They have a. If you have a Samsung TV or phone, you go into Samsung Plus and you can watch the David Letterman channel. Channel of all David Letterman clips.
That's a little too much for me.
Oh, really?
I like Letterman, but I don't need to. I don't need to watch. I don't need to have a channel of him. That's a lot. But no, you know me. I love Letterman. As I was perusing back, I watched so many of Chris Elliott's clips. I feel like he was a lost gem in those.
Yes.
He was so funny. He did so many good characters. Marv Alberts and he was very, very good.
Yeah, no, definitely.
He was good, and I feel like he could have had a bigger career. I feel like Chris Elliott, I don't know. He was in a couple of movies, but
he got a series called Get a Life with his father, which was pretty funny.
That was recent though, right?
No, that wasn't recent.
No,
that was about 30 years ago.
Oh, maybe. That wasn't recent. Yes, that's right. That's right. You're right.
He did a season on SNL.
Uh-huh.
He played Raymond's brother-in-law on Everybody Loves Raymond.
Yeah, no, he did a lot.
He was great. Yeah.
I'm saying he definitely had a
Groundhog Day.
Groundhog Day and Something About Mary.
Yeah. Oh my God. Red Favre.
He had a lot. That's what I mean. I feel like he's so good. He could. I wish he would have did more. Because he's so funny and he's so good.
Sure.
But but some of them don't. They do their own careers. But anyway, so the time goes by when I tell you, this show just flies by.
I would have called earlier, but Steve, I was busy. I just was finished eating food from God's green earth, minestrone soup, chicken breast. Oh.
How was minestrone tonight? Because maybe I'll get one.
It was good.
Yeah,
but
tonight.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, then I'll maybe get a minestrone run because feeling a little like a soup, and but sometimes their minestrone is different day to day, and I feel like sometimes it's good, sometimes not.
Right.
So if it was good tonight, I'll maybe make a Monday night run to Minestrone Town. Minestrone. Now, is it minestrone or minestrone?
It's probably minestrone name, but I don't know.
Okay. I'm not sure.
It's a good question.
Yeah, we'll save that for the next show. We'll save you people looking up. Hey, did you hear Webster? I'll leave you with this. Webster came out with the word of the year.
Oh, I thought Webster was coming out with a new show.
Oh no, not Webster. Emmanuel Lewis is he's not coming. He's actually going to be on Survivor. No.
Where did Webster pick? What did he pick?
Now Webster, that would have been a great Dancing with the Stars. Emmanuel Lewis.
Oh God.
I would have loved.
Sure.
Oh right, I would have loved to have seen that. But
absolutely.
It's polarization is the word of the year.
Yeah, definitely.
I would have liked drone better. But drone came on too late. It was a late entry. So
I say the word of the year is dumbbells.
Oh, Steve, what a great, there it is. Steve always knows how to finish a show. Brings it all home. Dumbbells.
That's right.
That's it. It's all in a title. Now, this is pretty, I was watching the John Denver biography.
Uh-huh.
And don't ask me why. I was watching the John Denver. It was an old one, and the title is Everything, which Dave Knoll talks about in his book. And hold on, I'll just pop this up. I always have things right in front of me, which is good. And in this book, The Visionary in Charge by Dave Knoll, good book, he talks about the title being everything when you're doing something. John Denver's Leaving on a Jet Plane was initially called what?
My bag's packed? I don't know.
Got to Go, Babe. Got to Go, Babe.
Wow.
And Peter, Paul, and Mary and him, when they did it, they changed it to Leaving on a Jet Plane. Probably a better title.
Oh, sure.
Worked out better for him, too.
Definitely did.
Oh, sure. Well, did you like John Denver music?
I like some of John Denver, for sure.
Did you like the movie Oh God with him and George Burns?
It was good. Yeah, it was funny. Yeah, sure it was.
Pretty silly, right?
Yeah.
I might want to watch that again because they showed a clip of it and it looked funny. And I was like, I'd like to see this again.
Very good.
Yeah.
Terry Garr was his wife.
Terry Garr?
Yes.
Oh, that's so... again, bringing it all together. She just unfortunately passed away.
Right.
I think a month ago or something like that. But yeah, I love Terry Garr, and that's a great couple. But they only did one movie together. But Terry Garr with Michael Keaton. But that's only one movie. But cool. All right. So maybe I'll go and do my soup run now.
That sounds good.
All right.
That's right. Food from God's green earth.
Minestrone time, baby.
No, exactly.
It's all healthy. It's all good. Now remember this, people. Stay safe out there. Don't worry about the drones. You know what? Watch that movie, Don't Look Up. You remember that movie with Leonardo?
Oh, God, yeah.
Don't look up. Just look straight ahead. You can only get into trouble looking up. You're not paying attention. You bump into things. You don't want to see what's going on in the skies. Look straight ahead. You'll be fine. That's my advice to you. And I almost left us. Almost forgot to say goodbye to Kermit, my twig. I got to get a new plant. If you're looking for a late Christmas gift for me, somebody get me a plant. Anyway. All right, Steve-O. Go enjoy. Thanks for calling in, as always.
Of course.
And go enjoy that minestrone, or you finished it.
I finished it.
Oh, of course you did. I'm going to go get mine. All right, everybody. Thanks, Steve-O. I'll talk to you later, bud.
Absolutely, buddy. I'll talk to you later.
All right, man.
I'm good.
And that's going to do it for another episode of the Steve Squared Show. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great, safe holiday week. And we will see you next week back in the studio, 6:30 p.m. on the Steve Squared Show. That'll be our holiday edition of the Steve Squared Show. We're going to have lots of fun things for you, hopefully. Anyway.